Moving on to influence and executive presence, Zach. According to you, what are the key elements of executive presence, and how can emerging leaders cultivate influence within their organizations?
Well, influence is a very big topic. As you know, Ravi, there's books written on influence, right? How to influence people and win friends, and
Yeah.
Robert Cialdini is a master at writing books around that. So, influence as a topic can be taught for 2 or 3 days, and still somebody may not really fully get it because there's so much to it. But you bring about two good aspects of it. One is the whole, the presence and things like that. Executive presence is very important in a leadership role. How you come across is very, very important. Two things that I'm starting to not I'm starting to, I mean, and this is not just my insight, but two things I would call out is communication skills.
Mhm.
You must invest, if you're a leader, you must invest in your own communication skills so that you come across as a powerful, clear communicator. If you're not a good communicator, honestly, it takes a big dent on your influence already. We know that good leaders have to be good communicators. They don't have to be flamboyant or masters at the language, but they have to be good communicators. They must have the ability to inspire, use the right words to clearly communicate their message. Uh, Listen with empathy, etc. So
Yeah.
communication skills is a big part of executive presence. Is a big part of influence, I think.
Yeah.
And executive presence is important. And when we think about executive presence, I think we think about things such as communication and how the person presents and how the person shows up, what they wear and all of that, right? I mean, do they take care of themselves and so on and so forth? And that's important as well. I mean, you want to come across as someone who's got a handle on things. You don't want to come across as someone who's lost it,
Yeah.
right? So with that in mind, it doesn't harm you. In fact, it only helps your influence if you show up in a certain way, if you're professional, if you know how to carry yourself, if you've got your message in your head clear, you're able to talk through it, you have a smile on your face, you're not the grumpiest person on the floor, you're not the dirtiest, no, you wear good clothes to a meeting, you come on time, just stuff like that
Yeah.
can create, influence. Again, I don't mean to say any of this to say, okay, buy expensive clothes and do, have a fashion show. None of that.
Yeah.
It's just being aware of how are you coming across.
Absolutely. It just
Yeah.
reminds me of a couple of leaders, Zach. And back in HSBC while I was working, right? This was in 2002 when I joined. We had a leader called Ganesh Sharma. Excellent lead. I mean, he used to dress up very
Okay.
well, and we used to literally go and check the dictionary after his morning talk because he used to use all kinds of words and very, very influential. I mean, huge influence for me across my career. Santhosh Cherian was my ex-boss back in Wells Fargo. Again, very different personality as such, but I think when we talk of executive presence, I think that is something which we can easily make it out. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing with executive presence is you don't want to take it too far in the sense that executive presence by itself does not guarantee success. If you can't get the job done, executive presence will not take you forward. So it helps, certainly. I mean, sometimes you come across these very, very flamboyant, visionary type of leaders who can speak their way, they can sell you anything, but they don't get stuff done. You
yes.
get fired if you do stuff like that. So,
Okay.
um, yeah, so, talk is good, the dress is good, but get the job done. That's what you're paid for.
Yeah,
So.
perfect, perfect, Zach. Thank you for that.